Good morning, guys. Had breakfast, everyone? Very good. No problem for breakfast? ಊಟ ಸಿಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಜಿಮ್ನವ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊತೀರಿ. Okay. So, as you guys know, today's topic is not only CSAT questions, we'll take CDS questions also conducted by UPSC only. So whatever the questions which are being reflected in CDS most of the time are asked in CSAT also, but in a different way. Okay, most of the time he'll ask you the theoretical form, observations basically. Okay, isn't it? So today we'll take two concepts which are very similar and overlapping: time and work and time spent and distance. Okay, why? Because how do we define the work? Work is equal to what? Time into efficiency. How do you define distance? Time into speed. So they are one and the same concept actually in this 3 dimension. Okay, whatever the work which is accomplished is nothing but the distance traveled. Okay, the speed of doing the work is called efficiency and the speed of traveling is called speed. Okay, what do you mean by speed? The rate, speed, the distance whatever you travel in how many hours? 1 hour is called what? Speed. What do you mean by distance? Yeah, the shortest path in which you can travel from point A to point B is called what? Distance. And the time is, there is no relative time here. Okay, we are in the same time period. For you, if it is 1 hour, for me also it has to be 1 hour only. Okay. So, work is equal to time into efficiency, or else to complete any work what we need? Men. And men need days. So, can also be defined in days terms. One and the same thing, everything. Okay, only here the names differs. Here what we call it as men, that men will be doing the work which is nothing but efficiency. Okay. Similarly, days is nothing but time, work is work only. Okay. Now, this is how they are related. Time is equal to what then? Work by efficiency. Okay, or else time is equal to work divided by the number of men. Okay, to accomplish work we need men and men need time. Okay, sir. So as we progress, we'll take on the concepts. So we'll start solving the questions, because in most of you guys have attended the classes, have completed your basics, and you have, I assume that you have done your revision also. Madidira sir, little bit. Okay, the rest we'll do here. Yeah, this is a CDS question 2021. Come on, a basic question. I'll give you some time. Afterwards, I'll show you the concept and the solution also. Yeah, is it a basic question? Yes, very basic question. If you have revised, very basic question this one is. Aita, see, some of them have already got the answer. $20, sir. Okay, $20, sir. With the lack of revision, you will struggle in approaching the question. Hell, shuru madabeku anta. Shuru madidre end agbiduttado. That itself is the answer. A simple factorization. Don't worry, make some mistakes at least. You know where you are standing in the competition at this point of time. 60, 20. Okay, look here now. Men into days is equal to what? What? Work. Okay, you have to be interactive here. You'll notice, sir, that's what you can copy. How many people are there initially? 20 people. Okay. How many days they are working? 20 days. And what is the work they are doing? They are cleaning 20 floors. So can I write 20 men in 20 days? 20 men, if they work for 20 days, they can do 20 floors cleaning, right? Okay, this is one set. Agree? There is one more comparison to them. Then in how many days? 16 persons. This is 16 person. I'll call them as men only. Person. Okay, 16 men. They have to work for X days. To do how many floors? 16 floors. There is a comparison of two set of people's work here, right? Okay. Whenever I am comparing, can I compare kilometer with kg? No. Can I compare centimeter with kilometers? No. What I have to do? Conversion. Or else when I am comparing, if I say the ratio is nothing but what? Comparison of two, or you can compare more quantities having same magnitude is called ratio. If I am comparing with men, this also should be men. If I am comparing with days, this also can be days. Has to be days. If this is floor, this also should be floor. Work compared to work, time compared to time, and people compared to people. This is what ratio. Ratio can be represented in the form of A is to B, or else I can write it in the form of what, madam? Higu bariboda. Okay. This is the comparison here, ratio. Okay. These people's work is compared here like this, isn't it? Whatever they are doing is been reflected here. Okay. This is one ratio and this is another ratio. Okay. When I compare two ratios, A by B is equal to C by D, if I write, this is called what? Proportion. Comparison of two or more quantities is called ratio. Comparison of two or more ratios is called proportion. That's what? Whatever they are doing is proportionate to that work here. Can I solve this one now? Okay. Yeah. 20, 20 cancels. 16, 16 cancels. What is the x value? 20. X is equal to 20. X goes here 20. Okay, madam. Any doubt? Okay. So in this particular case, I might have given hours also. So men, days, hours, and also I might give you their efficiency. Okay, so M1, D1, H1, E1, they will accomplish W1 units of work. Similarly, M2, D2, H2, E2 will accomplish W2 units of work. Or else this can also be written in the form of M1, D1, H1, E1 is to M2, D2, H2, E2 is equal to what? W1 is to W2. This is a comparison of work of two set of people, M1 set of men, M2 set of men. If I had given three set of men comparison in that case, M1, D1, H1, E1 is to M2, D2, H2, E2 is to, and so on is equal to W1 is to, W2 is to, W3 is to, so on, so on, so on. Can I compare there? Okay. Shall we move this? Yeah. Sheila can stitch a suit in 2 days, while Meena can stitch a suit in 1.5 days. A suit. To stitch 35 suits together, what is the time taken? Can I put it in this way? A can complete a piece of work in 2 days and B can complete the same work in 1.5 days. Together to complete 35 times of the same work. Whatever work you are assuming, okay, you take 35 times of it, divide by that efficiency. So, ನೋಡಿ ಆಗಲಿ madam, 30 days. Is it 30 days? 30 days. Do it, come on. You know, when the time is given, LCM, then efficiency, but the work is not one suit, it is 35 suits. So whatever you have taken the LCM into 35 madbook. These things which you have done in the class. We started with these kind of questions. Yeah, guys, answer. Don't worry, okay. Some 15 minutes, you will get warm up. In the exam also, all of a sudden, do not try to solve first question itself in a faster way. Okay, take your time. Though it's a very easy one, you have to acclimatize. Brain unchuru open agbeku exam alli. ಮಾಡಿದೀವಲ್ವಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, Sheila can complete a piece of work in 2 days and Meena can do the same work in how many days? 1.5 days. Okay, this is very similar to S can complete a piece of work in 2 days. What is that piece of work? Stitching one suit. Similarly, same work if I give to Meena, she can do it in 1.5 days. Okay, always to find the time is equal to what? Work by efficiency. Since the work is not given and we know that both are doing the same work, I can assume anything. Okay, if both we are traveling the same distance, rather than assuming d distance, can I assume 100? For me, if it is 100, for him 100. So assume such a number which gets easily divisible by 2 and 1.5, which is nothing but LCM, or else these numbers are simple here. Okay, a number which is divisible by both 2 and 1.5, where many numbers are there. I'll assume what? 6, and I'll consider this as the work. Let the work be 6 units. Okay, 6 what? Units of work. 6 units of work, okay, done by Sheila in 2 days. Okay, 2 days. How the madam? So per day she must have done 3 units. Okay, 6 by 2. 6 by 2. If I do work by, see, time, what I'll get here? Efficiency. So her speed of doing work is 3 units per day. Similarly, 6 by 1.5 is nothing but 4. Okay, together they can do how many units in a day? Yeah, together they can do 7 units in a day. Okay, and what has to be done? 6. This is one such suit. But is he asking one suit? No, 35 such suits. Okay, this is the work together. Okay, ibrigu seridre ishtu, but he is saying 35 such suits, means 5 into 6 is what? 30 days. Got it? 35 suits is what percent of the work? What percent of one suit? He might give you 3,500%, isn't it? 1 is 100%, 2 is 200%, 10 is 1000%, 20 is 2000. Adhe riti, okay, he might give you to complete 3,500% of the work. Okay, have we discussed these kind of questions in the class? Many questions we have done. Okay, shall I move this? Any doubt? No? Any doubt? Ask. Oh, come on. Lot of percentage, fraction, ಏನೇನೋ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ. Visible, right, for everyone? If I say A can do 25% of the work in 30 days, can I find out 100% what time taken? Yes. Madi, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Come on, do it. ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ. 120. Then again, X can do 1/4 of the work in 10 days. 40, good. Y can do 40% of the work in 40 days. Hey, ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳೋ 40% 40 ಆದ್ರೆ 100 ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? 40 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ 40 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಹೋದ್ರು 100 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀಯಾ? ₹1 1 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಚಿನ್ನ ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು 100 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಚಿನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ? So Z can do 1/3 of the work in 13 days. Who will complete the work first? ಅಷ್ಟೇ, simple thing. I think CSAT question ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ. who can do? See, read the question appropriately there. Once you mark, that's a point of no return. Matte blade ತಗೊಂಡು ಕೆರಿಯೋದು weight ನ ಹಾಕೋದು, it doesn't work. ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಮುಖ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ. Yeah, who? Z. Question is very simple. He is asking who completes the work first. That's it. Okay, who completes the work first, madam? The one who takes less time is called more efficient, isn't it? His speed of work is more, meaning time and efficiency are how they are related. Yeah, inversely related. Meaning, if you are taking more time, the meaning of which is your efficiency is very less. If I say the time is in the ratio 3/4, the efficiency has to be in the ratio 4/3. Inverse relation, which we have discussed in the percentage also, remember? Okay, this is what inverse relation. So W can do 25% of the work in 30 days. Not about 25% in 30 days. Now, if I have to compare, that has to be a fair comparison. If I am comparing you people with a 300 marks paper, everybody has to be rating what? 100 marks paper, 300. If you are running 100-meter race, okay, can I compare with a 50-meter race? No. Okay, if I am comparing a person who is doing 100% of the work, everybody has to be doing 100% of the work. Is he doing 100%? No, 25%. How to make it 100? Multiply by 4, which will be equal to 120 days. Okay. Similarly, X can do 1/4 of the work in how many days? 10 days. Okay, what is the meaning of 1/4 of work? There are 4 works. He is doing the same work. Basically, he is doing same work, but he has divided the work into how many parts? 4 equal parts. But he is doing only one part. A one part ke 10 days. For 4 parts, 4 into 10, which is equal to 40 days. Agree? He is also doing the same work there. Then Y can do 40% of the work. 40% of the work in how many days? 40 days. 40% of the work in 40 days means 1% of the work in how many days? 1 day. 100% of the work in how many days? 100 days. So he can do it in 100 days. Similarly, last person, 1/3 of the work in 13 days. Okay, Zaddala, 1/3 of the work in how many days? 13 days. Meaning he is also doing the same work, but he has divided his work into how many parts? Adhe kelsana. Okay, 3 parts. But is he doing all 3 parts? No, he is doing only 1 part. For 1 part, if it is 10 days, for 3 parts, 3 into 10, which is 30, na? Okay. 3 into 13 is 39 days. Okay. He might ask you this one in a chronological, ascending order, descending order, greater than, lesser than. Okay. Be cautious about that equality, inequality signs also there. Though you got an answer there, you will miss there also. Greater, lesser. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮುಗ್ದೋದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಅಂತ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. ಬಿ ಕಾಶಿಯಸ್. Okay, so what is the answer here? Z. Shall I move this? He might give you this in fraction, mixed fraction, anything. Okay, if he has given mixed fraction, convert. Okay, improper madi. Next case, yeah, very similar case. CSAT. 7/8 part of the work in 21 days. How many more days? Okay, see, be cautious about these kind of keywords. More days. Will it take him to finish the job if the quantum of the work is further increased by? Further andre adan maad mugsi matte 50% he has to do. Further increased by. Okay, sir. Don't worry, you can do this one. See, you have familiarity, you have practice of these questions also. If you have revised, you can deliver the answer. Do it. You know how to convert now 7/8? 7/8 in 21. Factorize madboda? Okay, can I divide it into 7 parts? Yes. 8 into 3 is 24 days. Madappa. Always your answer lies where? In the question. Question artha agbeku. Okay. If not, read the question again and again. Decode those literature. See, very basic question. The way of asking question in UPSC will differ. CSAT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. UPSC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲಿಟರೇಚರ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನು ಸರ್? Option 1, 5, 15. He is asking for how many more days? Does he require 15 more days? Yes. Yes. Don't worry, okay. Make sure our answer is correct. ಹೇಳಿ. Earlier he was doing 100% of the work. Yes, of course, 150%. Further increase. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನು. How many days he is working now? How many days he is working now here? 21 days. Okay, 21 days, is he completing the work? No. Okay, once he completes the work, thereafter, if I give 50% more work, okay, how much more than 21 days he is requiring? ಅವ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಕೆಲಸ? So, see, basically he is doing what part of the work here? 7/8 of the work in how many days? Yeah, for 7 parts if it is 21, for 1 part it has to be 3 days. For 8 parts it has to be 8 into 3 is 24 days. Okay, 24 days required. So how many more days here? 3 more days here. 3 more days to complete what percent? To complete 100% of the work. Isn't it or not? 3 more days to complete 100% of the work. 100% ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ he require 3 more days. If I give him 150%, this is the time taken to do 100% of the work, right? Okay, 100% if it is 24 days, 150% further increased by 50% means if he has to do 150%. So what is the time taken here? Really, for 100% if it is 24, 50% has to be 12, madam. Okay, 12 more days, which is 36 days. Isn't it or not? He is working for how many days now? 21 days. To complete 50% more. To complete means first he has to complete 100%, which requires 3 more days. Afterwards again, that is, yeah, 12 more days. So totally how many days? 51 days compared to 21, not to 24. 12 ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. Understood, sir? 3 more days. From there again 12 more days. So totally 15 more days. Okay, you can call it as a shifting. As I keep on shifting the work, time also will get shifted. Shall I move this? Any doubt, sir? Okay. ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗೇನೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ. ಯಾ, come on, do this one. Again, what is the approach? LCM. First you have to take the LCM. Okay, then efficiency. And he says, do not write the question. No, don't you write. I can share these things. You text me, I'll share the questions with you. Just solve. No need to copy the questions. See, whenever the time is given, we need to find the efficiency, madam. If efficiency is given in the question directly, then we have to find the time there. Okay, or else work if time is also given. In this case, what is given? Efficiency or time? Time. Okay. The time of doing the work by X is how many days? Yeah. And Y is how many days? 40 days. Can I find the efficiency now? Yes. X can complete the work in how many days? 40 days. Y can complete the same work in 45 days. Take the LCM. Whatever na. Okay. What is it? 360? 360 is the work. 360 by 45 is nothing but 8 times. This will be 9 times. Okay. Who started the work here? X plus Y? Yeah, they both, okay, they begin to work together. X plus Y. For how many days? N days. Afterwards, who left? Afterwards, Y has to complete because X is leaving here, okay. X left here and Y has to complete the rest, and he completed the rest in how many days? 23 days. He is asking for N value, agree? Now, Y's efficiency is how much? Y can do every day 9 units. So, in 23 days, he must have done 23 into 9. What is 23 into 9 here? 207. 207 units. Okay, who has done 207 units? Y in the last 23 days, right? Out of this 360 total units, if this is 207, remaining has to be how many? 143, 53. 153 has to be done by who? X plus Y. X plus Y, if they work together, they can do, yeah, 17 units in a day. To complete 153, they'll take how many days? 9 days. So, what is the value of N? That's it. Factorize. Understood? This is what? Approach. Basic approach idiyala. Once you see the question, okay, it should look familiar and you must know the approach of solving. Since the time is given, take the LCM. Okay. LCM is considered as what? Total work. Okay. Total work divided by time is efficiency. So, we need to arrive at the efficiency. Without the time, work and efficiency, we cannot find answer if there are two unknowns are there. 153 by 17, 9 times. Okay, shall I move this? Next case, madam. Give me the observation, efficiency here. Since both team of people are doing the same work, I can equate their work. Once I equate their work, you can take out the efficiency. Men in today's work or women in today's work. Yeah. Which among the following observation is valid? A, B, C, D. Yes, madam. First one. Yes, sir. No, sir. How many women has to work here? And 24 men can do a piece of work in how many days? 5 days. Okay. 12 women and 23 men can do it in how many days? 6 days. We know the concept that men into days is equal to what? Work. Agree? But here not only men are working, along with them women are also working. How many men are working, madam? 17 men plus 24, 17 women and plus 24 men are working. Okay, these are the set of people. Men means in a generic way men. Okay, these are all people. How many days they require to complete the work? Into 5 days. Can I say they can complete this amount of work here? Now, if the same work is given to next set of people, who are the next set of people, sir? Really? Okay, it's getting reflected. Yeah, 12 women, along with them 23 men, they can do it in 6 days. Are they doing the same work here? Can I say their RHS is same here? So can I say their LHS is also equal to same? Isn't it or not? So I can say 17 women plus 24 men, whatever they can do it in 5 days, the same can be done by 12 women and 23 men in how many days? 6 days. See, 5 into 17 is nothing but 85 women plus 5 into 24 is 120 men is equal to 6 into 12 is 72 women plus 23 into 6 is how much? 138 men. Okay. So, if I put the like terms one side, can I subtract men from men? Yes. Okay. Can I subtract men and women here? No. Without the efficiency we cannot. Okay. We don't know their efficiency here. Hence I can subtract the men and the men here. Women, 85 women. Okay. This comes here 13 women. 120 goes here, becomes what? 18 men. This is what they are efficient of. Meaning whatever 13 women can do, it takes how many men to do the same work? 18 men. Is there an option here? Yeah, option E. Option E. Men into days is work and both set of people are doing the same work. So just equate their work. When you equate their work, if you put the like terms one side and subtract, men and women will be equally efficient. How many men? 18 men are equally efficient to 13 women. Okay, sir. Do not forget your basics here. That's it. Do not just subtract everything and add everything. It's a like terms. X adds with X, Y adds with Y. Isn't it, sir? X plus Y is X plus Y only. Or else look here, see, rather than doing all those things, here only you can extract. 5 into 17 is what? 85, isn't it? Similarly, 6 into 12 is what? Difference, 85 and 72, 13. Okay, 13 illa idya, 13 women, isn't it? Women subtracts with women only, right? Okay, you don't get minus here. If you are getting minus here, what happens? This doesn't make any sense. 18 men are equally efficient to minus 13 men. Minus 13 men andre yaar karkamundu kelsa madistira, minus 13 women. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. If this is minus, this also becomes what? Minus. Okay, in that case it will get cancelled and becomes plus only. So do not worry about the greater one, lesser one here. 5 into 24 is how much? 120. 6 into 23 is 138. Difference is 80. Iste saaku. Okay, rather than doing all those. Shall I move this? Okay. Butterpaw. X can complete 20% of the work in 8 days, another person Y can do 25% of the same work in 6 days. If they work together, in how many days will 40% of the work will be completed? Quick now. Don't write question. Come on, solution only. ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪೇಪರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪೆನ್ ಇಡಬೇಕು. Once you see the question, it should look familiar, very familiar. 25%, convert it to 100%, 20%, convert to 100%. Take LCM, take efficiency. But he is not asking us to complete the work. Take only 40% of that, whatever LCM you have taken. But retain the efficiency. 6 days? 6, sir. Nobody, hardly 30 seconds, can we complete this question? Yeah, in 25, 4 questions were there. In 24, there were 6 questions of time, speed and distance and time and work. Can we rely on this? Yes. Okay, I don't want you to rely completely on number system. It's a very vast thing. Many conditions, many possibilities. Here, whatever we practice, 100%, those questions will appear. Six days, madam. See, those who are slow, do not worry. Okay, try to complete the solution. You know the approach right here. What is given here again? Efficiency or time? Erade kodadu. Efficiency kodutane or else time. Has he given efficiency or time, madam? Time is given. X can complete 20% of the work in how many days? 8 days. Can I say 100% the time taken is how many days? 40 days. Similarly, Y can complete 25%. 25% in 6 days means if I multiply by 4, this becomes 100% into 4, which is 24. So, X can complete in 40 days. Y can complete the same in 24 days. What is the LCM? 120. Efficiency is 3 and 5. Okay, what is their total efficiency? 8. They have to do every day 8 units here. But are they doing complete work? No, they are doing only 40% of the work. What is the total work? 120. What is 40% of 120? Percentage ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Come on now. Yeah, see, 10%, always make unitary. 1 no 10 nalla. 10% is 12. 40% is 48. Okay, to do 48 units by doing per day how much? 8 units. What is this one? Work. What is this? Efficiency. Work by efficiency is equal to what? Time. What is the time? 6 in days. Okay, got it? Good. Yeah. How do you share money? If I, based on their efficiency, always efficiency is directly proportional. Work or wages gets divided based on their what? Efficiency. Okay, this is only and only when the time is same. If they are doing the same time work, when the time is same. Okay, wages will be given to what? Work, isn't it or not? So can I say work and wages are always directly proportional? Yes, of course. Okay, your wages is directly proportional to your work only, isn't it, sir? And your work depends on what? Your efficiency. So can I say wages is directly proportional to efficiency? Yes. P works thrice as fast as Q, whereas Q and P and Q together can work for 4 times as fast as R. If P, Q, R together work on a job, in what ratio should they share their earning? What he says? They are working together. What is the meaning of working together? What is the meaning of working together? Time is same. Okay. ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೆಲಸ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Meaning the time is same. When the time is same, your wages gets divided based on what, sir? Remember, we have discussed these things. So directly you can divide based on their efficiency. So in this case, rather than time, he has given efficiency. What if I had given time? If he had given time, you take the LCM and find the efficiency. Ashte. 3:1:1, sir? Okay. P works thrice as fast as Q. Ratio of their efficiency is given, right? 1:3 or 3:1, madam? ಇವನು ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ in the same time he'll be doing 3. This is what their efficiency. Now tell me, if the efficiency ratio is 3:1, time taken ratio will be, isn't it or not? If I say this person can do a piece of work in 10 days, he'll be completing the same work in 30 days. Understood? That also can be given. Next case, P and Q together can work 4 times as fast as R. This is R compared to what? P plus Q. What times? 4 times. Agree? This is given. Then, if P, Q and R work together on a job, in what ratio it has to be divided? See, from this particular data, we already know that Q is how much efficient? 1 unit. Okay. If Q is 1 unit here, P has to be how much here? 3. That's it. Okay. So, P is to Q is to R if I have to compare. This is 3 is to 1 is to 1. Q 1 ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ 4 ಆಗಲ್ಲ. That's it. Shall I move this? Any doubt here? Rather than in this way, what if I had given in this way? See, ratio of P is to Q is 3 is to 2. And similarly, Q is to R is 4 is to 5. What is the ratio of their efficiency? What to do? P is to Q is to R. In the last discussion also, in the last video also, we have done this one. Remember last week? So, P, Q, 3 is to 2. This is 4 is to 5. What should I write here? 2. Whatever you see in front of it, same thing. Here, 4. In that case, the efficiency would be what? 12 is to 8 is to 10. Yeah, 6, 4 and 5. That also. Understood? It might give you anything, madam. Budaita idu? Oh. Okay. What if I had given in this way? Shall I move this? Same question, okay. Rather than solving 3-4 different questions, you understand the same thing. Okay, make an observation everywhere. What if I say P plus R is to Q is in the ratio 3 is to 1, and also P plus Q is to R is 2 is to 1. P plus R is to Q. P plus Q is to R. Okay, look here now. Look here. If they are working together, they have to be doing the same units of work, right? If they are doing today or tomorrow or else yesterday, if they are working together, they have to be doing same units of work. Isn't it or not? How many units they are doing? Who are working here? P, Q, R. How many units they are doing? 4 units. Who are working here? How many units they are doing? Okay, but theoretically they have to be doing the same work, right, sir? Madbeka? Ilvala, yen madadu? We have to do it same. Here it is 4 units, here it is 3 units. How to make it same? Yeah, take LCM or multiply by each other. Okay, isn't it? So 3, if you multiply 3, 3 into 3 is 9, 3 into 1 is 3. Similarly, 4 into 2 is 8, 4 into 1 is 4. Now you can make it same. Right, madam? How many units Q is doing? 3 units. So Q, put 3 here. P plus Q is 8. So P has to be 5. So what is the value? P is to Q is to R. 5 is to 3 is to 4. Got it? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 15 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಹಿಡಿತದೆ, ಬೇಗ ಬರೀ. Okay. See, this is what basically you have to learn, different dimensions of solving a question. We are not here to solve thousands of questions. ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ. Okay. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು ಟಿಪಿಕಲ್ ಈ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನೋಡಿ. CSAT, CDS. Okay, look here, look here. 480 people are working. They are working for how many hours per day? 10 hours. And how many days they are working? 10 days. Isn't it? Okay, men into days into hours. I might give you efficiency also. And they are doing what part of the work? 1/4 of the work. What do you mean by 1/4 of the work? Out of 4 parts, they are doing only 1 part. What is the remaining work? 3 parts. They are doing 1 work, can I say? Isn't it or not? Okay, now 480 plus X men I am taking out, right? I need more men, right? Okay, now into how many days they have to work every day? 20 days. How many hours per day? 8 hours per day. Okay, they have to do what part of the work now? Yeah, remaining work, isn't it or not? Okay, isn't it? Come on, find it out. Solve. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್? So 480 plus X is equal to 900. If you solve, okay, 60 into 5, 300, 300 into 3 is 900. What is the X value? 420. Got it? Do not get confused with 1/4, 1/5 and all. Out of 4 parts, he is doing 1 part. Remaining is 3 parts. Okay, how many people required? More number of people. How many more? X. So the total number of people required are 900, which is how much more? 420 more. Okay. Any doubt here? Very similar. Okay. Men into days is equal to work. Here also men into days is equal to work. Shall I move this? Correct enough. Factorization, no? Ready. Okay, come on, quick now. Similar case. This is 1, X minus 1, X plus 1, X minus 1. Answer, sir. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು ಮಾಡಿ. X minus 1, X minus 1. Yeah, guys, answer. 8. 8, 8. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? X square quadratic equation. ಅಲ್ರಿ, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. How many men are working? X minus 1. Men into days. How many days they have to work? X plus 1. Okay, if they work like this, what part of the work they can do? Yeah, y units of work, right? And y is given as, according to the question, as how much? 9. Not 9x ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಡಿ. Okay, 9 or else x cancel ಆಗ್ತದೆ, which is equal to 9. Similarly, another set of people, let the work done by x plus 2 men in how many days? X minus 1 into, okay, they can do what part of the work? Z, where z is equal to what? 10. ಇಷ್ಟೇನಾ ಮೇಡಮ್? Okay, basics ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ. So 10 into x is 10x plus 10 is equal to 9x plus 18. Okay, put the like term one side. X is equal to 10 minus 18 minus 10. Okay. Now if you are taking, okay, a plus b into a minus b ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು, it's again you have to divide it. Shall I move this? Any doubt here? Okay. ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡೋಣ, ಅದೇನಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್. in x min x point 1.5x ಇದು. Come on, very similarly, ratio. What is the approach? Anybody? What is the approach? Huh? Anybody? Give me the approach. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಓ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. Can I assume x? Yes. What should I assume? ಒಂದು ಹೇಳ್ರಿ. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ನಂಬರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. 10 ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಗ. I'm just asking the efficiency. Let the x be 10. So a will be 10, b will be, let x is equal to 10. Okay, 15 and c will be 20. What is LCM? 60. 6, 4 and 3. Shall I move this? ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡಿ. CDS ಬರೀಬೋದಾ? ಹೊಸ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಕಾಫಿ ಟೀ ಕುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಇನ್ನೂ 2 ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ CDS. ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಅಲ್ವೇನೋ. ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮನೇಲಿ ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೆಲಸ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ? ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೇಲಿ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಕಮ್ ಆನ್, ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ನಾವು. ವಾಮಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. P number of men can finish a piece of work in Q days. Six. How, madam? Hmm. 3/2. Okay. Sorry. Here, different approach I'm asking. 36. Hengo. Okay, same. Anything else? So, P men takes how many days? Q days to complete the work, right? The same work, if there are 50% more men, then the work will be finished 12 days earlier. What is the value of Q? Isn't it or not? Okay, if there are how many more men? 50% more men. 50% more men means what percent working? What percent people are there here? Can I consider this as 100 only? Men. Okay, now it's easy, right? Whenever I am comparing with percentage, 100 tagondre anukula. Okay, if it is not in fraction. Okay, so this is 100. What if I had given 16.2/3% more men? 16.2/3% more men means 1/6. Percentage matte helbeku. Okay, it's 1/6. Meaning, if it is 6 parts of men, now it will be 7 parts. 1 increased. Okay, similarly, that's why 100. Now it becomes how much? 150. But are they taking Q time? No. It will be Q minus 12. So can I find the only unknown Q? Madboda? Madi bega ಹೇಳಿ. Or else you can keep P there, PP cancels, okay, which will be in the ratio 3:2. Take down, if the question is 16 2/3% more men, in that case about 100, okay, consider as 1/6, 6 to 7, 16 2/3% less, 6 to 5, okay, he might use these things. Oh, Heli madam bega, this is 3, this is 2, so 2Q is equal to 3Q minus 36, so Q is equal to 36, okay, shall I move this? Copied? ಮಾಡಿ ತಡಿರಪ್ಪ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Okay, anyway, you have mixed fraction here, do this. This is 8 2/3. Your writing speed has to be good. Okay, speed means your writing speed. Do not try to solve it fast. Write fast. Analyze each and every step. Only 1-2 steps. That's it. Answer. Anybody? Three. Okay. Very similar question we have done earlier also, right? Okay, that's a two people, x and y, I guess. Find value of n, 360 LCM banta. Yeah, come on. 3, madam. Is it a living kind of question? Should I have to leave this question in the exam? ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸು? ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಈ ತರದ್ದು ಬಂದರೆ? Do not leave this kind of question. Okay, not a big deal. It might take some 1 minute extra, but you can get an accurate answer. this mixed into improper there? 2 na? 4 ah? 4. 4 sir. Okay sir. X can complete 1/3 of the work in 6 days. See, 1/3 in 6 days means to complete the work he will be taking how many days? 18 days. Who is that? X will take 18 days to complete the work. Then similarly, Y can complete 1/3 of the work in how many days? 8 days. So Y can complete the whole work 8 into 3, which is 24 days. And the Z can complete 3/4 of the work in 12 days. 3/4 in 12 days means 3 into 4 times. 4 into 4 is 16 days. What is the LCM here? 144. Yes. 8 times, 6 times and 9 times. Okay. Istu bandre sagappa. Okay. Everything else we know what to do. Okay. On this thin line, write all the story. All of them started working together for how many days? N days. We don't know this N days. Afterwards, what happened? ABCL, X, Y, Z. Who left? X and Z left. Who is remaining? Y. He completes the remaining work in how many days? 8 2/3 days. So can I write this 8 2/3 days in the form of 3 into 8 is 24 plus 2? 26/3 days. He get both? Okay. So 26/3 days he is working. See, what is the efficiency of Y? 6. Okay, if he works for 26/3 by doing 6 units in a day, he can complete 52 units. Illivargu agide 52 units. Okay, in the last 26/3 days, Y has completed 52 units out of 144. So how much is remaining, madam? 92 units has to be done by ABC together. Sorry, XYZ together. If they work together, they can do how many units? 15 and 8, 23. Okay, by doing 23 in a day to complete 92, they'll take how many days? 4 days. They'll take 4 days. So the answer is 4. Option B. Okay, shall I move this? Understood? Factorization, subtraction, that's it. See, you know the approach, but what you do is basically you will make a mistake somewhere here. LCM thodal mistake martiri. Okay, or else after factorizing you will do some mistake here. Okay, you will be keep on doing 8 2/3 n madadu itgandu. Okay, just convert it into an improper there. Shall I move this? Oh. ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಧ ಪೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೇನೆ, ಒಂದು ಪೇಜೇ ಇದು. Okay, it is one side of the page, then one page question. In how many days ABC together finishes the work? Statement 1, A, B together can finish the work in 24 days. Understand, this is the question we have to answer. Okay, is he asking us to solve the question? Is he asking us to solve the question, sir? No, he is not asking us to solve the question. He is asking us whether can we answer this question. Okay, ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ? Yes or no? Yes, can we answer this question? Sure, madam? Yes or no ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. Yes ಆದರೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕು? Okay, using only statement 1, can you find out the answer? ಈಗ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Visible, right? First statement says A plus B can complete the work in how many days? 24 days. Using this, can I find the efficiency of A? If A plus B are doing complete in 24 days, can I find out A alone? No, not from this data. Can I find out B alone? Not from this data. Okay, similarly, if I take statement 2, B and C together can complete the work in how many days? 36 days. Okay, now let's try to find the answer here. Okay, see, this is time, right? Time. Okay, now we need the work as well as efficiency to find the answer. How to take the work? LCM. 72 is the LCM, okay, which is 3 times here, 2 times here. Whose efficiency is 3? A and B. If A and B are doing 3 units in a day, how much A is doing? 1.5? 1.5. Very good. Heng heltiya? Friends and Ingaro, gotta? Yeah, on what basis? Remember in the class also we have done this kind of discussion. So 2 people are doing 3 units means, has he mentioned anywhere in the statement that they are equally efficient? No. Illa alva, twice efficient than the another person. In that case we would have taken some efficiency. Since the statement is not given, hence we cannot find efficiency, neither A and B's, neither B and C's here. Or else if I add these two's efficiency, 3 plus 2 is what? 5, okay. Then here how many people are working? A plus 2B plus C. Do we know any of their efficiency? No. Eega hing kodtini. A plus B can complete the work in, let's say, 18 days. Okay. Now can you find the answer? Yes. Because now the efficiency becomes here. See, now the efficiency becomes, see, 70 to 4 agutta idu. Okay, 2, 3, 4, estrapa 5, 9 units. Whose efficiency? 2A, 2B, 2C. Okay, 2A, 2B, 2C 9 units adre A plus B plus C 4.5 units. Look here now. A and C's efficiency is how much? 4. A and C's efficiency is 4 means B's efficiency has to be how much here? 0.5. Okay. Similarly, A and B's efficiency is 3. Then C's efficiency is how much to make it 4.5? 1.5. Nodi, A and B efficiency go to 3. A and B, if I substitute here 3, how much should I substitute for C to make it 4.5? 1.5. 4.5 Ali, this is 1.5, this is 0.5. How much is A? 2? Yeah, isn't it or not? 2.5, madam. Okay, 2.5. So what was required here? A plus C. Work kodi. Question cannot be answered in this particular case. What is the data required? A plus C's time taken to complete the work was required. Okay, sir. See, it has to be in this form. Equal ratio. 1:1:1 idre helbodu navu. Okay, if it is 1:2:1, we can't there. Okay, that's what we are getting in the previous case. Okay. Shall we move this? Further, B can do same work in 1.5 times. Big efficiency helrappa. Come on, give me the efficiency of A is to B. Quick. A can do a certain work at twice the speed of B. 2:1. Similarly, further B can do the same work at 1.5 times the speed of C. B is to C. 1.5:1, which is in the ratio what? 0.5. Okay, rather than taking 1.5, take it as 3:2. Then, all of them are working together in 12 days. All of them are working together means A is to B is to C, we have to find out, right? Okay, quick, big idea. 2:1, 3:2. Equate it. Quick. That is 2:1. This is 3:2. What should I write here? 1. Here 3. 6, 3 and 2. Agree? What is this one? What is the ratio? Efficiency ratio. Okay. Efficiency they made them. 6, 3, 2. Totally they are doing how many units? How many units? 11 units. Okay. By doing 11 units in one day, they are completing the work in how many days? 12 days. So 11 into 12, this is the total work. Agree? Okay. Per day they are doing 11 units. 12 such days they are working here. Isn't it? Okay. This has to be done by who now? Yaar madbekante? C alone. C alone. C can do every day how many units, madam? 2. Hagadre ist madake ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಬೇಕು? 66. Ella unde. Okay. Understood, right? Not a big deal. What if I had given this question today starting? First question ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ. ನಿಮ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರೋದಲ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಫ್ಲೋ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು. ಪಿಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂಡ್ರು ಆಡಕ್ಕೆ. T20 ತರ ಆಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಡ, ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಸಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Speed, what is it? A certain number of men can complete a piece of work in 6 days. Yeah, come on now. Do not put pen on the paper. Answer this. Understand. First, basically understand this one. No pen on the paper. (50/3) is nothing but 16.2/3%. ಈಗ ಅದೇ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಲ್ಲ. ಯಾ ಗೈಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಆನ್. 1/6 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೇನೋ? 16.2/3 ನಾ? See, in the concept of time and work, what are inversely related? Time and efficiency. Here, look here. A certain number of men can complete a piece of work in how many days? 6k days. What is this one? Time. Okay, now where k is any natural number, nim ist enaru tagoli 10, 20, 1, 2, 3. By what percent should the number of men be increased so that the work can be completed in how many days? 5k days. Time earlier was 6k, now it is 5k. So can I just cancel this k? So the time to make it from 6 to 5 ratio, 6 inda 5 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You need men, right? Men has to be increased in what ratio? This is the only relation, isn't it or not? Isn't it, madam? Okay, if the time becomes 6 to 5, then the efficiency is nothing but what? Men, or else you call it as efficiency, one and the same, has to change from 5 to 6. If you are changing your men from 5 to 6, 50 to 60, 500 to 600, anything, what percent changed? 1/5. What is 1/5? 20%. Isn't it? Or else you can put any natural numbers, k, anything. Okay, or else understand, this is the inverse relation. ಹೌದಾ ಮೇಡಮ್? 6 ಇದ್ದು 5 ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು 5 ಇದ್ದು 6 ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ? 5 to 6 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ 5k to 6k, then 1/6 what? Increase or decrease? Decrease. So men has to be decreased by what percent? Yeah, a percentage, 20%. If you increase your salary, then if you have to decrease, so that 16.2/3%, then only you can get back your own salary. That's a percentage concept, again inverse. So can we expect one inverse question? Yeah, definitely. ಒಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, successive ಒಂದು, inverse ಒಂದು. ಹೋಣ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್. Understood, right? Copied? Okay, no pen on the paper again. No pen on the paper. I class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೇ ತರದ್ದು. ಇದೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಇದೇ ತರದ್ದು. ಏನ್ರಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೆ? ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಡೇಟಾ ನಿಮಗೆ? See, he says 24 men, along with them 12 women can complete a piece of work in how many days? 30 days. ಹೌದಾ? Okay. Now, the same work can be done by who? 12 men plus 24 women in X days. This is what is been asked. Isn't it or not? Okay. Now, 24 men, 12 women can do a piece of work in 30 days. 12 men and 24 women in how many days? Now, if I equate on both sides here, I will get one unknown here. Isn't it or not? X. Very similarly, we did a question, 13 men is equal to 18 women in a Buntala. In that particular case, there was no X there. Hence, we could have equated, okay, like terms can be subtracted and we can put the, like for example, 10 men is equal to 20 women, I can put it in this form, right? If there was X. Okay, if there was X, we can put it in this form where men and women efficiency becomes how much here? 2:1 in this particular case. We require efficiency to find the answer. But do we know the efficiency? Can we extract the efficiency from this equation? No. What is unknown? X. We don't know. Or else, how much efficient they are, which is not given directly in the question. So directly also it's not mentioned, and also we cannot also extract from the equation. So what is the answer? Asked. Okay. Shall we move? Hingittu anta itkolappa, efficiency ittu anta itko. Can I substitute here the efficiency like 2 and 1? Isn't it or not? I can get the work. Work divided by again efficiency is your answer. Remember in the class also I have explained this question. Okay. Shall I move this? 50 men can complete a work in 40 days. They began the work together, but a batch of 5 men left after each period of 10 days. Okay, I'll give you the approach. You think. Initially, what was the work? How much was the work? How much was the work based on this one? 50 into, men into days is equal to work. What is the work? 50 into 40. Yes, 1000 units or 2000 units of work is there, right? Or else you can keep it as it is, 50 into 49. First 5 days who worked? First 5 days who worked? 50 men. For how many days? 5 days. 50 into 5? 10 days. Oh, sorry. First 5 men left after working for each of 10 days. So first 10 days how many men worked? 50 men. 50 ತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಪ್ಪ ಮುಂದೆ ನೀವು ಕೂತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಗಾಂಧಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 50 into 10 okay isn't it or not 500 I have to match how much 2000 is the total units first 10 days this many next 10 days ಹೇಳಿ sir 45 because 5 men left on each period of period means this is the time period 10 days period 45 into 10 then 40 into 10 then 35 into 10 isn't it if I keep on doing like this at some point it has to get 2000 right Madi. Anyway definitely it's not possible in 40 days agree 40 days alagutta is it more than 40 or less than 40 less than eno bit hogta idre jana more than 40 oh ella more than 40 ne munde yadu idre tagobodu go ahead come on you have to get 2000 units till then you have to work by decreasing 5 men after every 10 days first 10 days 50 men next 10 days 45 men next 10 days 40 men 50 sir so 30 into 10 am I getting the sum as 2000 here clearly 50 into 10 is 500 this is 450 this is 400 350 and 300 so the sum is how much 2000 so 10 days 10 days 10 days 10 days 10 days 50 days so how many more days required 10 more days hangu keltane okay shall I move this yeah alternate question only one person at a time can work in each hour and nobody can work for 2 consecutive hours how to minimize the time yeah we have to let a person who's having more efficiency to work more time but also he cannot work on consecutive hours consecutive one after the another but can he work on alternate hours yes of course 24 ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ 6 ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಏನೋ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ವರ್ಷ time, speed and distance, time and work all together. Come on, very similarly, since the time is given hours only, take a LCM, find out the efficiency, and let the person who's having more efficiency work for more time. Keep him alternative. Exactly 7. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? ನೋಡು, ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಲಿ. 6 hours 45 minutes ಅಲ್ವಾ ಕೊನೆ ಗಂಟೆ? We are not matching the exact efficiency, we are reducing the time, sir. So I can work on fractions. It's 45, 7. Oh, at the end, if you miss the logic, if you depend only on calculation there, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 7 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು. 7 ಏನೋ extra ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. Okay, you can reduce the time by letting somebody work on that particular day. ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬಿಡು, ಬೇಗ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, x y z, give me the data. 6, 8 and 8 ಅಲ್ಲ? Okay, 6, 8 and 8. LCM is 24, efficiency is 4, 3, 3. Who's more efficient? X. Since we need minimum time, okay, we have to let X work together, more number of. But he says what? Nobody can work for 2 consecutive hours, means alternatively they have work. They have to work. That doesn't mean that only they have to work in this cycle, XYZ, XYZ alla. X can come on the first day, but second day he cannot work. I can let Y and Z, and the Y and Z are equally efficient, right? You can take anybody. So I can make work in this order, X, Z. And also he says what? Everybody has to given the work. All are engaged to finish the work. You give Y the work or else Z. It's one and the same, right, madam? First R, X, then Y, next X, next Z. Okay, next again Y, X, so on, so on, so on. Okay. If they work like this, see, for every 3 hours, 3 hours better. For every 2 hours, how many units can be completed? 7 units. For 2 hours, if it is 7 units, how many units has to be completed? 24. I'll make this one into 3 cycle. 2 hours, 1 cycle. Okay, 3 such cycle. 6 hours completed. If I see, that's 21 units completed. So XY, XZ, XY. 6 hours aita. Next, who has to come? You can let anybody come. Okay, but if you put X, he will be completing the work in a lesser time. Isn't it, madam? If I put X here, what is the efficiency of X? 4 units in 1 hour. But do we need 4 units? No, we need only 3 units out of 4. Out of 4, he will do only 3 units. Right, madam? Okay, so what is the time here? 6, 3 by 4. What is 3/4 of an hour? Okay, 1 ಗಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, 3/4 ಗಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 3/4 ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. Okay, which is nothing but 3/4 of 4 is 3 only. This is an alternate question. Okay, they will be doing the work in a cycle alternatively. Shall I move this? What, sir? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಲಾಜಿಕ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾವು ಏಣಿ, ವೆರಿ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಕೇಸ್. ಕಮ್ ಆನ್, ನೋಡಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Okay, 1 only, 2 only, both follows, neither 1 nor 2 follows. He has given in the days of a week. Days of week also are cycle. Reminder theorem you can apply. For every 7 days, a week will be completed. 8th day will be the same day which you have started. But the ordinal cardinal. Next 7 days is different. If today is Monday, listen carefully. Listen carefully. If today is Monday, after 7 days. If today is Monday, after 7 days. After 7 days means should I have to count today also? Simple thing, come on. If today is Monday, after 7 days, Andre, I should add, right? After means what? After 7 days you will get what? Monday only. If I include today also, okay, if I include today, from today, 7th day will be, 7th day is Sunday. To get the same day, I have to go to the 8th day, considering today also. Okay, I am cautioning you. Starting from today, 7th day is not the same day. 8th day will be same day. From, after. Come on. 8, 6, 12. Come on, LCM. What is the LCM? 48. Efficiencies are 6, 3 and 4. Okay. Who is working first day? A. Second day? B. Third day? C. Okay. Again, this continues. According to the question, A alone again works on the Thursday and so on, so on, so on. If this continues, cycle is of how many hours? How many days? One cycle 3 days. After 3 days, cycle has to repeat. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. So, come on, look at this statement. The work will be finished on Thursday. The work will be finished in 10 days. Eradu sarina? Eradu tappa? Only one? Only two? Only one? Only one he says. Only one. How many days it takes to complete the work? 11 days. 11 days from Monday. From Monday. Monday nu sahita. Serisi. Come on. From Monday. Verala ends pudi bekar. Gotagilla andre. Yenri Prahlad? Starting from Monday. 11ನೇ ದಿನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ದಿನ? Next Monday ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟನೇ ದಿನ ಆಗಬೇಕು? Starting from Monday, 11th day. Friday? Monday nu ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು from ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? See, answer is very simple here. 8, 16 and 12. LCM 48. Efficiency 6, 3 and 4. First day who comes? A. And do how many units? 6. Second day? 3. Amele? 4. So totally how many units? 13 units. 13 units in how many days, madam? 3 days. So I cannot get 48 completely from 13. The closest will be into 3. Into 3 madadre 39 units completed in how many days? 9 days. Okay, so 9 days completed, 39 units. Afterwards, see, always take the closest multiple, which is 48 ke closest multiple of 13 will be 39. Afterwards, you can add manually 1, 2. Okay, next hour yaar bartare? A, the cycle has to start, right? 10th hour, if A comes, he can do how many units? 6. Is it completed 48 units? No, it further continues. Next hour, who has to come? B. If B works for 1 hour, he can do 3 units. Is it completed here now? Yes. In how many days? 11 days. So, option C, statement 2 is what? Wrong. The work will be finished in 10? No, 11 days. The work will be finished on Thursday. Work started on what day? Monday, including Monday. Okay, 11th day means it has to be plus 10 days you can take. Or else, including Monday, 11 days. Okay, Monday in the aadmele. After Monday, 10 days means how many days? Monday also he has worked, isn't it? So, you can apply the remainder theorem. You can divide this by 7. What is the remainder? 3. Okay, you add 10 days or else you add 3 days, that's one and the same. So Monday plus 3 will be what day? So statement 1 is valid. Any doubt asked? Or else you can count here. Nodi mistake madidira ಕೆಲವರು. So be cautious in these cases. Because A has started on Monday. ಅವತ್ತು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದನು. ಅವತ್ತಿಂದು ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ 11 ದಿನದ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅವರಿಗೆ. Okay, shall I move this? Understood, right? ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ doing the revision, this is how the revision has to be. Okay, it has to be completed the whole concept, 3 to 4 hours finished. Okay, so hardly it takes how many hours? 7 concepts are there, so 3, 4, 5 hours anta itgondru. So 35 to 40 hours it has to be completed. First inda ಈಗ tables ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಲ್ಲ. Want to do this one to fill the tank when it is empty, all the 3 types are ಅದೇ ತರ ಇದೆ ಕಂಡ್ರು. 8 more hours. Okay, see, let's skip this one. Already we have done. ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? C is what here? A, B, C together can fill a tank in 6 hours. Tab C alone can fill it in 12 hours. To fill the tank when it is empty, all the 3 taps are started together. After working T hours, C was closed and the tank is filled in 8 more hours. Okay, see, let's skip this one. Very similar one. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕೇಳಿ. Do it, come on. Gangadhara, this is not class, man. This is the last day. We are in the revision. Yeah, guys. See, look here. A set of how many pipes? X. How many pipes are there? Look here, look here. I'll help you. Look here, look here. I'm nodi, easy ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 20 pipes can fill 70% of the tank in how many minutes? Okay. Same X though, 20 pipes can fill the tank in how many minutes then? 70% if it is taking 14 minutes. 100% it takes how many minutes? If 7 is 14, 10 has to be double of it, which has to be 20 minutes. Okay, 70% if it is 14, 10% has to be 2 minutes. Okay, 100% has to be 20 minutes. See, 20 minutes. 20 pipes to 20 minutes are 10 pipes. Rhymes 10 pipe. Yeah, if I reduce the pipes, time taken will be what? Yeah, very similar to the men. If I reduce the men, time taken will be, isn't it? Very similarly. In the last part, he says, look here now, half of the pipe of X are closed. If half of the pipes, how many pipes of X are there? 20 pipes. If I close half, how many are working? How many are working? X do. 10 pipes, okay, can fill the tank in how many minutes? 20 pipes can fill in 20 minutes means 10 pipes, 40 minutes. Okay, or else can I say X can fill it in 40 minutes? X is nothing but 10 pipes. Similarly, come to this part, second part. Y the 10 pipes can fill how much? 3 by 8 in how many minutes? 6 minutes. 3 ke 6 adre 1 has to be 2 and 8 has to be 8 into 2, which is 16 minutes. And come to the last part here. See, only half of the pipes of Y are open. How many are totally Y? 10 pipes. Half of it is 5 pipes. So Y do 5 pipes. 10 pipes of Y can fill it in 16 minutes. 5 pipes idre 32 minutes. So can I say Y can fill it in 32 minutes? Okay. Come to the Z here. See, the third set Z, which is a what? Emptying pipe. 16 pipes are there. 16 pipes which can empty in how many minutes? 20 minutes. Right? Oh, half of the tank. Half of the tank in 20 minutes means full has to be 40 minutes. Right? Any doubt now? And he says at the end, all pipes of Z are open. All pipes mean how many pipes? 16 pipes of Z are open. What Z is doing? Draining, emptying. Okay. If 16 pipes are opened, it can drain in how many minutes? 40 minutes. This is the data. Okay. Now, how long will take to fill 50% of the tank? Now, see, understood this part till now? Any doubt? What is the LCM? 40, 32, 40. 160. Yes. This is 4 filling. This is 5 filling. And this is 4 draining. Agree? Okay. Now, is it has to fill all 160 units? No. It has to fill only 50%. What is 50% of 160? 80. To fill 80, I am opening all 3 together. If I am opening all 3 together, okay, one side 4 is coming, one side 5 is coming, another side 4 is draining out. How much is left out? 2 pipe alli 4 and 5 bartide. Okay, another pipe 4 is going out. How much is remaining? 5. Okay, by filling only 5, to fill 80, it will take how many minutes? 16 minutes. So what is the time taken? See, you have to comprehend the literature here. That's it. ಏನು ಮಾಡಕಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ CSAT ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೇಳಿದಪ್ಪ. Okay. Yes, dragging a little bit. Everything is proportionate there, or else inverse. Okay, you change the time and the pipes. Any doubt, madam? ಆಯ್ತಾ 10 pipes 20 minutes 10 minutes ಆದ್ರೆ 5 pipes ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅರ್ಧ ಆದ್ರೆ. See, don't worry, every year you are not getting this lengthy question. See, as you are observing, In the recent times, the trend is different. Okay, he's not asking a very direct and simple questions. He's asking a lot of observations there. Okay, so you must have a lot of clarity about the concepts. See, again I'm saying those who are struggling in their basics, especially humanities students, rural candidates, do not make a statement that kashta nanage. Okay, kashta andre easy ಆಗ್ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಪಾಲಿಟಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದೇನೋ, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಪಾಲಿಟಿ, ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಎಕಾನಮಿ. Okay, GS requires more time, but if you ignore CSAT, again the result is obvious. Okay, shall I move this? Okay, see, this you have done. Also ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ವ ಇದು? I think 1/4. Very similar we have done. This also we have done, right? 6:11. Okay, do this one. This is rupees. A person agrees to do the work on a condition that every day he should be paid 500 for 30 days. So for 30 days, what is the total amount he was supposed to get? How much? 15,000. 30 days kelsa ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. Every day 500. Okay, so 15,000 was the work there. For every day's absent, he should lose or forfeit what? 100. Forfeit 100 means what? Minus 100 matrana. Anyway, he lose 500 of that particular day labor. Along with it, forfeiting 100 means whatever he has earned already 100, that also will lose. So how much he will be losing totally? 600. Howda? So at the end he got how much here? 11,000. That's what? At the end of the time he received only 11,400, but he was supposed to get 15,000, but he is getting only 11,400. How much he lost? 3,600. Every day he is losing how much? So how many days he was absent? ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಪ್ಪ? We understood the question, that's it. ಒಂದು ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ 600 ಹೋಗ್ತಿದೆ ಕಣ, 3,600 ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. So every day he is losing 600. So 6 days he was absent. He worked for how many days? Out of 36 days absent means 24 days he worked. Okay. Go on, try this. I think in the class also I have given this example, if you remember, in the filling and the draining alternatively. Last alone logic ಇದೆ. Do not go for calculation, yeah. Okay, I'll give a question. Look here now. There is two pipes. One is a filling and one is a draining. This pipe can fill the tank in 24 minutes. This pipe can fill the same tank in 36 minutes. Sorry, drain in 36 minutes. There are two pipes connected to a tank. One is a filling, one is a draining. This pipe can fill it in 24 minutes. This pipe can drain it in 36 minutes. My question is, if they work on alternate hours means first hour A, second hour B, third hour A, fourth hour B. If they work on alternate hours, find the time taken to fill the tank. Look here now, I'll solve this one. 72 would be the LCM. This is 3 times, this will be 2 times. But this is 3 filling, this is 2 is getting drained. Okay, so for every 2 hours, first hour A is filling 3 units, second hour B is draining 2 units. Okay, for every 2 hours, for every 2 hours, how many units is getting filled? 1 unit. Okay, now if I multiply here by 72 and 72, I'll get what here? 72 into 2 is 144 hours agogtade. But that's wrong, because I'm going to fill till 69 units here, into 69 into 69, which is 138 hours. In this 138 hours, 69 units is filled, right sir? Next hour, who's going to come? A. If A comes and fills for 1 full hour, it can fill how much? Plus 3. 139 hours. Okay, not 144 hours, 139 hours. Same logic. Whatever the jump it is making at the end, do not add it initially. Okay, see, look here now. The well is how much long? 4.5 meters. 450 meters, 450 centimeters. Okay, that's a depth. Every time it can jump up to a height of 13 centimeter, but slides down by 15. So 30 jump madidru, it will slide down to 15. So effectively it can cover how much? 15 centimeter in one jump. But do not directly divide 450 by 15. Out of this 450, take out the last jumping. Every time it jumps 30. Okay, if you take out this 30 here, how much is remaining? 420. This 420 divided by 15 now. 420 by 15 is how much? 28 jumps. Till here 28 jumps. The last jump will be how much? 30. So totally how many jumps? Yeah, 28 plus 1 last. Ide tara. 69 plus 1. Understood sir? Same logic. You have all these questions in your notes also. Okay. If you have any doubt, go home, revise the notes, and again solve the PYQs. Okay, almost we have done some 30 questions here in almost 100 minutes. Okay, with lot of explanation on your own time also you have done. Shall I move this? Okay, we'll solve some time, speed and distance now. Understood? So these are the varieties of questions from the last 10 years of CDS, 5 years of CDS and 10 years of CSAT there. Okay. Some of the basic questions and repeated questions have eliminated. Only these questions are enough. If you practice the same one or the other way, these questions will reflect in your upcoming exam. Shall I move this, sir? Okay. Now, wait. Buddy, this one. It's a time, speed and distance concept. Any answer? 48, 60, both are there. Revision madidra? ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ? You can't do the revision of the complete syllabus in one day before the exam. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ಪ್ಲಾನರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಸಂಡೇ ಕಮ್ ವಿತ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್. ಹೆಂಗೋ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯೇನೋ? ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪುಷ್ ಯು. See, do not ignore. Out of 10 students who are qualifying GS1, okay, out of them some 3 to 4 are struggling in CSAT. This is happening every year. 100 score ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. So what is the point then? Merely qualifying in both have qualified the whole exam. 80 ತಗೊಂಡಾನೆ on 120, but still he can't write mains. Yes sir. How many minutes? 48 or 60? Okay, look here now. Concept remains the same here. See, every time a man is traveling from his home to his, where he is going? Office. In this whole concept, what remains same? Distance will remain same. Okay. Always when the distance remains same, the speed and time are inversely proportional, madam. Okay, when the time is same, speed and distance are directly proportional. Okay, this is important. When the time is same, speed and distance are directly related. Okay, when the distance is same, speed and time are inversely related. Very similar to the work. When the work is same, efficiency and time are what? Inversely related. Adhe riti. Got it? Okay. Look here now. What is the meaning of he is traveling at 4/5 of his usual speed? Speed 4/5 of his speed means originally he was traveling at what speed? 5. He has reduced the speed, right? 4/5 andre. Now he is traveling at what speed? 4. If the speed ratio is 5:4, time has to be in what ratio? 4:5. Hige irbeka. Originally he was taking 4 units of time. Now he is taking 5 units of time. Is he taking more time? Taking more time, can I call him late? Jasti tagutane. Okay, how much? 1 unit. That 1 unit according to the question is given as how many minutes? 12 minutes. If 1 unit is 12 minutes, originally he was taking 4 units. So 4 into 12 is 48 minutes. Now he is taking 5 into 12, which is 60 minutes. Okay. So the actual time taken was 48, now he is taken 60 minutes. Understood, sir? Okay. They are inversely related. Important, these two concepts. Okay. Very same concept. Come on now. The distance from the factory to his house or house to factory, distance remains same here also. Originally he was traveling at what speed? 5 km per hour. Is he reaching the factory on time? No, he was 3 minutes late. Then the second time he traveled at 6 km per hour. Did he reaching the factory on time? No, he is 7 minutes early. A person who is coming 3 minutes late now has came 7 minutes early, means what is the time gap? 3 na? 7 plus 3 or minus 3? ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೆ 3 ನಿಮಿಷ ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ ನಿನ್ನೆ, ಇವತ್ತು 7 ನಿಮಿಷ ಬೇಗ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? ಮೈನಸ್ಸು ಪ್ಲಸ್ಸು. How much? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. The concept remains same, 5, 6, 6, 5. Difference is 10. Yeah, distance. Six, 5. 6 or 5? 6, sir. Okay, look here everyone, look here everyone. Now look here, see, this is the actual time of reaching the office, okay, but initially he travelled at what speed? 5 kilometers per hour. When he travelled at 5 kilometers per hour, he reached office at what time? 3 minutes what? Late, okay. For example, if it was supposed to be 10 a.m., he is reaching at 9 Allah, 10, 3 a.m., okay. Second time, he travelled at what speed? 6 kilometers per hour. Is he reaching on time? No. He is 7 minutes early, means he is reaching at 9:53, can I say? Okay. From 10:03, 9:53 is how far? 10 minutes. 10 minutes gap. Is he travelling the same distance every time? Yes. From factory to home, factory to home. So what is same? Distance is same. When the distance is same, speed and time are reciprocal to each other. Initially speed is how much? 5. Thereafter speed is 6 kilometer per hour, kilometer per hour. If I take the ratio, it will get cancelled. If the speed is 5 to 6, time has to be 6 to 5. There is a delay of how much? Difference of 1 unit. That 1 unit according to the question is minus 3 plus 7 is how many minutes? 10 minutes. If 1 unit is 10 minutes, 6 units has to be 60. 5 units has to be 50 minutes. Ignore. If you are travelling at 5 kilometer per hour, the time taken is 60 minutes. 60 minutes is how many hours? 1 hour. 1 hour only at 5 kilometer per hour, how far you can go? 5 kilometer. Isn't it? Or else at 6 kilometer per hour speed, you are taking 50 minutes. Okay, 50 minutes if you travel for 6 kilometer per hour. Okay, how far you will go? 6 kilometer in 60 minutes. 50 minutes ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ? 60 minutes ಗೆ 6 ಹೋದ್ರೆ 50 minutes ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? 5 kilo. Okay. Shall I move this? Now I'll give very similar one. Okay, ಮಾಡಬೇಕೆಲ್ಲರೂ. 4 2 by 7, 4 3 by 7, this one is. Let's see. 4 kilometers per hour. If I had given in numbers, you could have solved this one. Look here now. In this whole concept, what remains same? Distance remains same. That's evident, madam. See, x takes 3 hours longer than y to walk 30 kilometers. If x doubles his speed, still traveling the same 30 kilometers, then he takes 2 hours less than y. Okay. He was earlier taking 3 hours longer. Now he is taking 3 hours lesser, 2 hours lesser. So what is the difference? 5 hours, isn't it? Let's say you are traveling d distance with s speed and the time taken is t. D distance you are traveling, okay, at s speed. So the time taken is something t theoretically. If you double the speed, what happens to the time taken? Time has to be becoming half, isn't it or not? For example, see, if you are traveling at 60 kilometers per hour, 600 kilometers now, you will take how much time? 10 hours, isn't it, madam? 10 hours time taken. If you double it, the speed 120 kilometer per hour, the time taken will be 5 hours. Isn't it becoming half? Okay. So, what is the reciprocal of 2? 1 by 2. That's what time and speed are what? Reciprocal. If I make this as 3s, the time taken become 1 by 3. If I make the speed half, the time taken becomes, if I make the speed 5 by 4, time becomes 4 by 5. Adinello madi last two questions. Okay. Now look here, speed and time. See, x takes 3 hours longer than y to walk 30 kilometers. If x doubles the speed, x, let's say originally he was going at s speed. If it doubles the speed, becomes 2s. If the speed is s and 2s, the time has to be t and t by 2. Isn't it or not? When he was traveling at original speed, yes, he was taking t time. Since he has doubled the speed, time taken has to be half. Nodudwala. Earlier he was taking t time. Now the time taken is t by 2. Is it been reduced by how much? T by 2. Ishtena half t. Isn't it? T becomes t by 2 means ardha aitu, time taken. Okay, earlier he was 3 hours longer. Okay, plus 3 togotida. Now he is taking 2 hours lesser. So what is the difference? 5 hours. So what is the difference here? T by 2. That t by 2 is given as how many hours? 5 hours. If t by 2 is 5 hours, t is equal to how much? 10 hours. So initially he was taking how many hours? ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವರ್ ತಗೋತಿದ್ದ 10 hours ತಗೋತಿದ್ದ. Now he is taking 5 hours, isn't it, madam? 5 hours. ಅದೇ ತಾನೆ? Okay. What was the distance? 30 kilometer. 30 kilometer, if you take 10 hours, what is the speed per hour? Huh? Speed of y. Okay. What we have just found out is x. Originally x was taking 10 hours. Okay, 10 hours. And he was taking how much longer? 3 hours longer than? 3 hours longer than y. If x takes 3 hours longer than y, y has to take 3 hours lesser. If x is taking 10 hours, y has to be taking minus 3, which is 7 hours. So, okay, distance remains same. How much is the distance? 30 kilometer if you are traveling in 7 hours. What is your speed here? 4, remainder is 2, 12, 28 by 7. Okay, 4, 2 by 7. Okay, ನೋಡಿ 13 ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Question ಓದ್ರಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಇದು. Okay, any doubt, sir? So one basic concept on which we can expect question is distance same. When the distance is same, speed and time are inverse to each other. Okay, questions variety may change. ಇಷ್ಟೇನೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ varieties. Will you move? ನೋಡಿ ಅದೇನಾ ಇದನ್ನು similar one 3/5. Yeah, this is average. This is also 40 minutes late to 40 minutes. See what is the difference? Look here now. Oral ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೋಡೋಣ. A person who was coming 40 minutes early is now 40 minutes late. What is the time gap? 8. Speed is in the ratio 3:2. Time taken has to be in the ratio 3:2. 2:3. Difference is 1. That 1 unit is 80 minutes. If 1 unit is 80 minutes, 2 units is 160. 3 units is 240 minutes. Okay, 240 minutes is how many hours? 4 hours. He is taking 4 hours. At what speed he is taking? 3:223. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ 4 into 2 8 ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ. Getting? Okay. ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. Train question. Okay, before going to the train questions, look here now. Relative speed. Okay, when two bodies are moving in opposite direction here, their speed gets added. If they are moving in the same direction, then the speed gets subtracted. Okay, the speed gets subtracted. Relative speed there. If this is the speed s1, this is the speed s2. Here the speed at which they cross each other is s1 plus s2. Here if it is s1 and s2, this will be s2 minus s1 provided s2 is greater than s1. Okay, understood relative speed. I am not going in and explain because I have explained this one in a recent video also. Okay, go and watch the video. Typical you. ಏನು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ? Okay, and also look here now. In the case of trains, basically, we'll take the length of the train also here. Consideration. There is a train here of length L. T and its speed is st. Okay, there is an object here which is at stationary. The speed of this all object is 0. Okay, what are the kind of object? It can be a pole, it can be a man who's at rest, and also tree, something like this, isn't it? When I consider all this, what is the speed of all this object? 0. And the length of this object, when I compare with the length of the train, always it is much negligible. Okay, it's very, very less, isn't it? Hence, we'll take the length of the object as what? 0. In the case of the object is something like this, pole, man, tree, alla iddaga. Okay, now if I ask you to find the time taken by this train to cross this object, time is equal to length of the train plus length of the object, but length of the object is how much here? 0 divided by speed of the train plus or minus speed of the object. Plus yavaga when they are moving in a opposite direction, minus when they are moving in a same direction. But is it moving? No, the speed is 0. Hence the time taken has to be LT by ST. Okay, those who don't know, copy down. Because ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ quick now. Okay, this is when a train is crossing an object of length is 0 as well as the speed is equal to 0. Okay, na sir? If the train takes 10 seconds to cross the object, object takes how many seconds to cross the train? 10 seconds say, because the time remains same, isn't it? Now, shall I move this? These things we have done in a very detailed manner in the class also. Okay, illandre nodi last video ide. Length of the object is 0. Okay, or else length of the object is not equal to 0 and the speed of the object is equal to 0. Okay, a train is crossing an object of length not equal to 0 but speed is 0. Okay, give me an example of this object. Length of the train, speed of the train. It is crossing a bridge, a platform, a tunnel, and another train which is at rest, not moving. So all these objects, length, cannot be ignored, but speed is definitely 0. If I ask you to find the time taken here, time taken is equal to length of the train plus length of the object. This is the length of the object here, divided by speed of the train plus or minus speed of the object if the object was moving. Okay, is it moving? No. So the time taken is this much. Take down. So I am explaining these things superficially. Okay, open your class notes. You will get all this in a very detailed form. British gu chakra bardu biಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ರಿ ಚಕ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ರೈನ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು, ನೀವು ಬರೀತಿರೋದು, ಓದ್ತಿರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. Shall we move? Okay. Length of the object is equal to 0, but the speed of the object is not equal to 0. A train whose length is LT and speed is ST is crossing a man who is coming from the opposite direction with speed SO. Okay, speed SO means the relative speed is how much? ST plus SO. If he is moving in the same direction as the train, in that case the speed would be minus ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, ST minus SO. Okay, now the time taken by the train to cross this object is nothing but length of the train plus length of the object, but length of the object is 0, divided by speed of the train plus or minus speed of the object, depends on the direction of the object. Okay, similarly last condition, length of the train is not equal to 0, so object, speed of the object is also not equal to 0. In this particular case, same train of length LT and speed ST is crossing another train of length LO and speed SO coming from the opposite direction. Opposite direction means speed gets added. Okay, if it is moving in the same direction, then speed gets subtracted. So the time taken here, T is equal to LT plus LO divided by ST plus or minus. Okay, these are the 4 conditions of trains. Shall we solve some questions now? And also, in these cases, we require conversion from kilometer per hour to meters per second. Shall I move this? One kilometer per hour is equal to dash meters per second. 1 kilometer can be written in the meters as how many meters? 1000. 1 hour in seconds are 3600 or 60 by 60. 60 into 60. So 10 by 36 is nothing but 5 by 18 meters per second, which is 1 kilometers per hour. Adhe riti 1 meter per second is equal to 18 by 5 kilometers per hour. Okay. Remember, this is where you will make mistake, conversion. You will try to factorize without converting. Finished, madam? Okay. Now, we'll solve some questions. Come on, a simple one, quick. 200-meter long passes a platform of 100-meter long in 10 seconds. What is the speed of this train? Meter per second, kilometer per hourly. ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳು. Yeah, guys. See, this is a train of how much? 200 meter long. It is passing a platform of 100 meter. Okay, speed of the object is 0. Length of the object is 100 meters. Okay, and the time taken is how much here? So T is equal to length of the train plus length of the object divided by speed of the train plus or minus speed of the object, but this object doesn't have any speed. 10 seconds ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? LT plus LO. LT plus LO is 300 watt meters divided by speed of the train is ಹೌದಾ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ 0 cancels here. So the speed of the train is what, madam? 30 meters per second. If I had asked in kilometer per hour, then 30 into meter per second is equal to 18 by 5. 6 times 108 kilometers per hour, or else 30 meters per second. Okay. Shall I move this? Simple one. Any doubt here? Okay. A train 200 meter, 40 kilometer per hour. Madi idana quick. Modi, earlier he used to ask very simple questions. ಅವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ರು. ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ. 18 ಏನೋ? 18 sir. 18. Come on, do it. See, keep practicing, make some mistakes, analyze your mistakes. Okay. Okay, a train 200 meter is moving at a rate of 40 kilometer per hour. In how many seconds it will cross a man? What is the length of this man? 0. Okay, what is the speed of this man? Yeah, nothing is given, right? Who's standing? Speed of this object is equal to 0. So which is equal to time taken is length of the train 200 meters by speed of the train, which is 40 kilometers per hour lide. But I have to convert this into meter per second. This is meters ali. 5 by 18. 40 into 5. 200 cancel agi uliyadeshtu 80. Okay. So that's 1 by 18. Reciprocal becomes 18 by 1. Next case. Same direction at 100 km per hour. Train X crosses a man. Train Y in 9 seconds. What is the length of the train? Go ahead. See, at least our practice should motivate you to write some of the other exams. CAPF baribodu. Okay. Adu innu easy iruttade nimge. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಬೇಜಾರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ರ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗೋದು ಒಂದೇ ಪ್ಲಾನ್. ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಎಷ್ಟೋ 100 ಏನೋ? and you can write CDS up to what? 24 years. Every year you have twice, and also CAPF also you can write. IB, AFCAT. And you know CDS in which don't have reservation also. Enappa? 100 okay. Two trains X and Y traveling in the same direction. Since they are traveling in the same direction, what happens to their relative speed? Yeah, gets subtracted. At 100 km per hour and 60 km per hour. If this is 100 and this is 60, what is the relative speed here? 40 kilometer per hour, the faster train will overtake the slower train, okay, respectively. The X train crosses a man in train Y, train X crosses a man in the train Y. Yaudappa first train? No, this one, can I consider this as X? Okay, he says a man who is sitting inside this train. If the train is traveling at 60, man also has to be traveling at 60. Should I have to consider the train here? No, I have to consider only the man. So length of the object is 0, speed of the object is 60 and the relative speed is 40. So the time taken is equal to length of the train divided by speed of the train plus or minus speed of the object. Okay, so time given is 9 seconds. Length of the train has to be found out. Let's keep it as L divided by 40 kilometers per hour. Kilometer per hour is nothing but what, madam? 5 by 18 meters per second. Okay, so togondogi lidi 9 into 40 into 5 by 18. 9 ones are 9 twos are 2 into 20. 20 into 5 is 100 watt meters. Okay, solved. Will we move further? Oh. Again, relative speed only. Here, the length of the trains are ignored. Okay, that's here given just trains. Yaವಾಗ meet ಆಗ್ತದೆ? When do they meet? First train already has traveled, started at 6 a.m. Okay. Second train started at 2 p.m. How many hours of time gap? 8 hours. By 8 hours, already first train has traveled how much? 480 kilometers gap create agide. Already there is a gap of how much? 480, isn't it, madam? 480. This gap has to be covered now, isn't it? The first train is traveling at what speed? 60. Second train 80. 80 will travel ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Okay, so every 1 hour how much gap will be covered? If this is traveling at 60, this is traveling at 80. How many? 20 kilometers nearer it can come in 1 hour. And how much is the gap created? 480. Okay, every 1 hour 20 hours, right? It takes how many hours? 24 hours. 24 hours from what time? ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೇನೋ? ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ are they? There are two stations X and Y. This is X and Y, which is 1320 kilometers apart. A train starts from X at 6 a.m. and starts at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Another train starts from Y at 2 p.m. right? At what speed? 80 kilometers per hour. Yellow is opposite anta. A train starts from X at another train starts from Y towards X. Yes. Okay. And moves at an average speed of 80 kilometer per hour. This is easy. When do they meet? Okay. See, this is starting at 2 p.m. madam. Okay, so how many hours after this has started? 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. 8 hours. By 8 hours already this has traveled 8 into 60, which is 480. Okay, so this has to be 480 here. Out of 1320, if this is 480, this has to be how much here? 840. 840 kilometers has to be traveled by both now at a speed of 60, at a speed of 80. Relative speed, when two bodies are moving in opposite direction, speed gets added. Okay, what is the speed, collective speed? 80, 60, 140. At what 140 speed, speed andre 1 gantege, to travel 840 it will take 6 hours. 6 hours from 2 p.m. 2 p.m. and 6 hours, 8 p.m. Okay, relative speed concepts only, but ignore the length of the train, just meeting. If you consider the length of the train also, doesn't make any difference. To cross each other, train length matters. To meet, Finish, sir. Any doubt? See, while practicing also, if you are sitting at a stretch at least 3 hours, okay, if you can sustain, then in the exam you can sustain 2 hours. ಅರ್ಧರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ ಓಡೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ತಲೆ ಗರಂ ಅದ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಆಚೆ ಅಂತ. ಜನರಲ್ ಲೇಔಟ್ ಆ ಥರ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಮಾಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಬೇಗ. A tram. There are two persons moving in the same direction at a speed of 3 kilometers per hour and another person moving at a speed of 4 kilometers per hour. Completely crosses in 8 seconds and 9 seconds respectively. Okay, you can find the length, you can find the speed. Yavadadru ಹೇಳಿ. While crossing both the objects, both men, what remains same, sir? Speed remains same, or else length remains same. You can equate anything, isn't it? Okay, speed remains same. Speed is equal to what? Distance by time. Okay, here the speed of the train is equal to distance travelled is length of the train only, because the length of the object is 0, divided by time taken is how many seconds? But hing togolona. Okay, rather than speed, length togolona. Okay, so the distance is equal to, which one would be better? Time would be better. Adu sari. Okay, t time, t is equal to d by s. What is happening in this 8 seconds? 8 seconds ali, a train of length L is crossing a object of length 0 with what speed? Speed of the train plus speed of the plus or minus minus speed of this object, which is 3 and moving in the same direction, hence the speed gets subtracted. Munde hogi, further it travels and in 9 seconds, similarly same L, S minus 4, since moving in the same direction, speed gets added. Okay, what is the value of S? S or L, anything you can substitute here. See, if you take here, this will be, L value will be 8s minus 24. L is equal to 8s minus 24. Can I substitute here? L is equal to 8s minus 24. Solve for S. Okay, afterwards substitute S, you will get L. Come on, you can substitute this L here. So 9 is equal to, L value is 8s minus 24 whole divided by S minus 4. So 9s minus 36 is equal to 8s minus 24. So s is equal to 36 minus 24 is 12. Right, sir? S is 12 what? Kilometers per hour. If I substitute here 12, s is equal to 12 hakadre. So this is 9, right? So the length of the train is equal to, this is 8 into, this is 12 minus 3 is 9. 9 what? 72 ilvalo eno madodu? So the length is equal to 8 into 9 into 1 kilometer per hour is equal to how many meter per second? 5 by 18. So 9 ones are, 2 ones are, 2 ones are, 5 into 4 is what? 20 meters. Okay, what you require is this much. Same L. Either you substitute for L, S, anything. See, you should not struggle in these areas. Idenge sir, idi S into 9, 9S. Okay, already you are too late. See, initially I can try to motivate you, but motivation nimge jaasti iralla adu. It's temporary. If you keep on expecting only motivation, it doesn't help, guys. You have to practice, start doing the work, okay? Maintain consistency. You can see the result after some time. Instant agbididiralla Gen Z. You attempt bardu pass agi. ಅಲ್ವೇನೋ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 5 ವರ್ಷ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟರೊಳಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಒಂದು 500 ಕೋಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಲಿ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಾನೇ ಅಲ್ವೇನೋ? ಯಾರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ 60-70 ವರ್ಷದವರೆಗೂ ಸಾಯೋವರೆಗೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ರಾಜಕೀಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಈಸಿನಾ? ಚರ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚೂರು ಬೈದ್ರೇನೆ ಬೇಜಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀರಂತೆ ನೀವು ಜನ್ಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನಮಗೂ ಏನೇನೋ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಕಕ್ಕೇನೋ. ಈಗ ಇದು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಟ್ರೈನ್ಗೆ 2 ಚಕ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? Okay, shall we move? Yeah, that is how it is. Okay, politics is not that simple. Even business is not that simple. You are considering only competitive exam is difficult. No, you are not exposed to other things. ಈಗ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತೀರ ಏನಾದ್ರು, ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ. ಪೇಪರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. A train completely overtakes 2 person walking in the same. ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ರಿ ಈಗ ತಾನೆ ಇದು. The time taken by a train to cross a man traveling in another train in 10 seconds when the other train is traveling in the opposite direction. Okay, I don't want to do this one. Same thing. Train X takes 2 hours less than a train Y to cover a distance of 192 km between 2 cities. Their average speed differs by 16 km per hour. Okay, give me the approach. So, though it's a train question, it's not basically a relative speed. What is given here? Average speed differs by how much? 16 km per hour. When he is going at a faster rate, a train X takes 2 hours, lesser time. Distance remains same. Okay, how much is the distance here? 192. Earlier also he is traveling the same distance as before. 2 cities, their average speed differs by 16. So, average speed S1 minus S2. Can I write this as 16 km per hour? Yes, sir. How can I define the speed as? Speed is equal to distance by time. Okay, distance traveled is how much? 192. Earlier, let's say the time is X. Okay, thereafter 192 divided by what? X minus 2, illa komedi minus 2. That would be better because it dot number barutte. Minus will be what here? 16. Okay, isn't it? This is the equation here. Both time he is traveling the same distance, 192 kilometer, 192 kilometer. Right? The time taken originally was 2 hours less originally. Okay, originally if it is 2 hours less, now it is x hours, right? If I take the difference of these two speed is equal to d by t, it has to be how many hours? 16 hours. Okay, can I take one of these x and solve for it? Options ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೊರಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ ಬೇಗ. 3 4 5 6 16 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರೈಸ್ ಕ್ವಿಕ್. 3 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್, ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 192 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 4 ಹಾಕಿ ನೋಡಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? 92 192 91 5 ಅಂತೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ 6 ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ತಾನೆ. No. So solve using the options. Average speed. What do you mean by average speed? Total distance divided by total time taken. You need to know the total distance and also total time taken. Okay, so you can substitute here for x, which is 6. Okay, solve ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Are they moving in what direction now? Same, 2 hours later, the express train left Delhi for Mumbai, following the freight on a parallel track on it. Same, ala? Okay. Now, answer this one, try orally. Imagine this one, 2 trains. First train left at what time? 2 hours late. Okay, first train, let's say for example, at 8 a.m. The second train is leaving at 10 a.m. First train has started at what speed? 40 kilometers per hour. It already has traveled how much kilometer? It already has traveled 42 hours. Blank ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ದಿಗ. Come on, focus here. 80 kilometers. So the gap between these two trains is how much? 80 kilometers. ಈ gap cover ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ? Okay, what is the second train speed? 60. Will it cover the gap? Yes. Okay, the train which is coming from the back side will be having a speed of 60. Okay, front side 40. So how much it can cover the gap by? 20 in how many hours? 20 in 1 hour means to cover 40 kilometer, 80 kilometer, 4 hours. 4 hours from what time? Starting adaginda. Okay, second, isn't it or not? Okay, second train started at a speed of how much? 60 kilometers per hour, right? After how many hours it met? 4 hours. Gap create 0 madadmele meeting time alva. 4 hours for 60 kilometer means what is the speed? Distance? 240 kilometer from the starting. Got it? Right? So there was a gap of 80 kilometers here, okay, which is created in 2 hours. Already this train is 2 hours far, which is at 80 kilometer. The train which is coming from this side, okay, again one more train after 2 hours, which is traveling at 60 kilometer per hour. This is traveling at 60, this is traveling at 40, means they can come nearer by how much? 20. Okay, 20 kilometer in how many hours? 1 hour. To cover 80, it will take how many hours? 4 hours. 4 hours at a speed of 60 kilometer per hour, distance will be 240. Okay. Shall I move this? Okay, now answer this one. See, basically I want you to understand this question. Read it again and again. Read. Understand the logic behind the question. Okay, there is no concept here. Okay, there is a logic here. Okay, understand that logic. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ riddle ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. Each and every word understand. ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನು ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. Yeah, anybody? 3. As I told, no need to write anything here. If you understand the literature given, you will get the answer. 2, 3, 4, 7. Okay. Look here now, I will make you understand the question. A daily train is to be introduced between station A and station B starting from what? Each at 6 am. Andre, eradu kadeinda. From both ends you have to start trains. A and B. At what time? At B if it is 6 am, at A also time will be 6 am. You are leaving one train here. Okay. And the journey is to be completed in how many hours? 42 hours. What is the number of trains needed in order to maintain the shuttle services? Meaning, okay, again at 6 am I have to start a train here. Again at 6 am there also has to start a train. And from journey time is what? From A to B, B to A is how many hours? 42 hours big. Okay. One dinike ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆ? 24 hours. After 24 hours there will be 6 am. This train is going here. Isn't it? Similarly at 6 am, second day I am talking about, next day 6 am, this train will be going here, right? Somewhere here. At 6 am we have to start one more train here. One more train here because I have to maintain the continuity shuttle service, right sir? Alwa no, 24 hours one train andre hinge hogbeka, isn't it or not? So in 42 hours anyway this train will reach this point, this train also will be reaching this point. So in 24 hours you have to have how many trains? 4 trains. Okay. Before starting the next one, already this train will be reaching here. Okay, understood? So in 24 hours how many trains required? To maintain the service we need 4 trains. Understood, right? Okay, 24 hours alli innu talpiralla alli because it takes 42 hours to reach there. Before 42 hours only I have to start one more train here. Similarly one more train here also. So 2 trains in a day. Okay, so here also 2 trains. Artha aitendrappa? Okay. So there is no concept at all. You have to decode the question here. Okay, logically. Next, shall I move this? Ide tara question barala, concept ಮೇಲೆ depend. Okay, this kind of question I insist you to leave. If you don't get the analogy of the question, what he is trying to explain or compare there. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಈಗ. Come on, ಈಗ last 10 minutes. Exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Whatever the question you are on, try to solve it accurately. Do not think about the next question or next 5 questions, 10 questions in the last 10 minutes. Focus here. Come on. Yeah, guys. Any answer? Yeah, this is a relative speed concept only. Are they moving in the same direction? Yes. Have they started together? No. What is the difference in the time? 10 minutes. See, look here now. In the class also we have taken one example where a policeman saw a thief at a distance of some 200 meters. They starts to chase him. Okay, after how much time they are traveling and met. Okay, police saw the thief at a distance of 200 meters. As soon as the police saw the thief and thief saw the police, they start running. Are they moving in the same direction? Yes. Okay, after running for how much distance the thief was getting caught? This distance you have to find out. Okay, question adene idu. Now look here. Train started. Have they started together? No. Let's say first train is starting at this point at 7 a.m. What is the speed at which it's moving? 4.8 kilometers per hour. Agree? Idella. Second train also started from the same point, but at what time? 7:10. If second train at 7 time it is arriving at this point, at 7 o'clock it has to be somewhere here. Hello sir, remember in this kind of question we have made some adjustments by taking backwards. So at 7 o'clock if this is the train, okay, at 6 o'clock it has to be somewhere here. At 7:10 the second train if it is here, the 10 minutes back, okay, at 7 o'clock only, second train, at 7 a.m. only it has started. What is the speed? 6 kilometers per hour. When this train reaches here, what is the time? 7:10, right? In 10 minutes it can travel how much? Nodrappa, 6 kilometer per hour andre ಎಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಿಷ? 60 minutes. 60 minutes 6 ಆದರೆ 10 minutes 10. 60 minutes 6 kilometer ಆದರೆ 10 minutes ಎಷ್ಟು? 1 kilometer ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, so I have taken 1 kilometer backwards. Now let's consider police and thief. What is the gap between them? 1 kilometer. They started, okay. They are moving in the same direction. At some point they met here. Isn't it or not? Same thing. Okay. Or else if you take 10 minutes also forward, hange bartade. Better this is the approach. Now, when two people started together, met at a point means what has to be same? The time remains always same. Okay. Time remains always same. See, two people, they might be starting in the opposite direction, in this way, or else in the same direction. When two people started together and met at a point means what is same always? Time is same. Whenever the time is same, when the time is same, what I told, speed and distance are directly proportional. Okay, their speed ratio and distance ratio are one and the same. So the speed ratio S1 by S2 is equal to D1 by D2 you can take. Okay sir, speed ratio gottalva namge. What is the speed ratio? 4.8 and 6. 4.8 divided by 6 is equal to, this is the distance travelled by first train, okay, which I call it as D. The second train is travelling how much here? D plus 1. So this will be D plus 1. Can I solve for D? Howda? Madi. D. How many kilometers from the place of P they met? This is what required. 4.8 by 6 is equal to D by D plus 1. Okay. In a recent video also I have explained these kind of concepts. Policeman, thief, ade concept idu. Either you go and revise your notes. Helappa. Come on, solve 4.8 and 6, which is in the ratio 4:5. Alva? D munde enide? Ade D. Okay, sir. Any doubt here? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್? ಹಿಂದೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ 10:30 ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ರಿ? ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇದ್ರಿ ತಾನೇ, ಈಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಂಗೇನೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ತರ 7:30 ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ₹1 ಇದು ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಕಮಾನ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ನೋಡೋಣ ಈಗ. ಓಕೆ, ದೋಸ್ ಹೂ ರಿಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್, ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಟು explain in a conventional way. I have done that in the class also. If not, you can apply a technique in which you can orally, or else in 5 seconds or 10 seconds you can answer. ಇಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಬರೆದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ KPSC ಕೇಳಿದ್ನಪ್ಪ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ನೋಡಿ KPSC ಹುಡುಗರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರೋರು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಮುಗ್ಗೊಡ್ದು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. Okay, look here now. See, X train, basically there is a man standing here. 2 trains are moving in this opposite direction like this, isn't it? This train can cross this man in how many seconds? 24 seconds. Same, this train will cross this man in how many seconds? 18 seconds. After crossing the man, they cross each other. Avaradu tanantan cross madkoladu. In how many seconds? ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು 20 seconds. Okay, crossing each other while running in opposite direction in 20 seconds, right? Okay, now look here sir, 24, 20, 18 ಹೀಗೆ ಇರೋದು. What do you call this technique? Alligation. Remember, alligation ಇದೆರಡು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ. Difference is 18 and 20, which is 2. 24 and 20 is 4. What is the ratio? 1:2. You can change the order. It is 1:2. Okay, he might give you that also in the changing of order. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. 24, 18 ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಧ್ಯೆ 20. Okay, take the difference. Alligation. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ? Okay. I want you to answer this one orally. Come on, quick. Orally. What is the concept? LCM. What is the LCM of 20, 30, 35? ಆಯ್ತು ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡಿ. 20, 30, 35 LCM. LCM 35 into how many times? 35 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 7 ಇದೆ into 6 into 2. 12 420 420 seconds madam. 420 seconds ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಿಷ? Oh, 420 minutes is how many hours? 7 hours. Yes. So the LCM of 20, 30 and 35. LCM, remember factorization. Okay, this one is 2 into 5. This will be 5 into 7. This will be 2 into 3 into 5. Okay, factors. The factors which we don't have in the largest one. Take this 35. 5 and 7 is nodi. Here there is a 5. We don't have 2 and 3. Multiply 2 and 3. Again there are 2 2's here. Only 1 2. Remember this methods? Okay, so 4 into 3, 12. 12 has to be multiplied. 35 into 12 is your answer. So 12 is the minimum value which has to be multiplied to the maximum number to get an LCM here. Getting? Now all three started together here and moving in the same direction. He is asking after how much time they all come to the same point for the first time. Okay, A will take how many minutes to complete one circle? 20, 20, 20, 20 hinge ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ 20, 40, 60, so on, so on, so on. Similarly, B will complete in 30, okay, 60, 90, 120, so on. Similarly, C will be ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಜೋಶ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋಯ್ತು ಈಗ 35, so on, so on, so on. So after how many hours? 7 hours, okay, which is nothing but 35 into 12 is 420 minutes, 7 hours. They'll be completing it. Okay, circular race based questions. Shall I move this? LCM. Now this one, come on. Come on, write it down. While going through the question itself, you can plot whatever required. You can frame the trains, figure beka, or else you want equation. You can do it, come on. Circular track. Comprehend the question there. Put a circle. Show that A and B started, but there is an angular gap of 30 degrees. To 5. In this whole concept, time is same. When the time is same, speed and distance covered are 6:5. So in what speed they are running, madam? What is the ratio of their speeds? 6:5. Time onde alva. He might ask you anything there. If he says the speed of first person is 12 km/h, what is the speed of another person? 6:5. 6 to 12 ಆದರೆ 5:10 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಅನಿಸ್ತಿದೆ, ಈಗ ಮುಗ್ದೋದ್ರೂ ಸಾಕು ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ, ಈಗ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರೋದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 15-20 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅವರ್. ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಗುಂಡಾಕ್ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಒಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ವ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಯಾ Yes, sir. No. 6:5, sir. Question artha aita, sir. There is a circular race, sir. A started from here, but B, there is an angular gap of how much? 30 degree. This is what 30 degrees, right? This is B. Okay. Now they both started together. And A came exactly diagonally opposite here, right? Isn't it diagonally opposite? So what is the angle he has covered? 180 degree. Isn't it? So same time only B also has covered this much. How much angle B has covered? 150 degrees. So they both started together here, very similar to the police and the thief, and they catch here. Meaning what is same? The time is same. When the time is same, distance and speed are in the same ratio. What is the distance ratio? A has covered 180 degrees. B has covered 150 degrees. What is the ratio here? 6:5. If the distance covered is in the ratio 6:5, their speeds also should be in the ratio 6:5. That's what. They are running with an uniform speed. What is the ratio of their speeds? 6:5, madam. Okay, distance is directly proportional to the speed when the time remains same. Time same concept. So either you will get relative speed, okay, or else time same concept, or else distance same concept. Majority of the time you will kill it. Okay, sir. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾ ಕಮ್ ಆನ್, ರೇಸ್ ಇದು. ನೋಡಿ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ರೇಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Stick to any one content. Okay, believe and stick to one content. Whatever the practice we have done in the class, is it been reflected here on the questions? ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಯಾರ್ದಾದ್ರು ನೋಡಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ religiously. See what happens in the YouTube is the sources will be scattered. Okay, basics ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Today we are also doing some of the questions in the YouTube, but I can't complete all 3 hours or 4 hours. ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ 3 hours 4 hours of video in the YouTube. When is the last time you have seen? Okay, see nobody is going to the movies for 3 hours 4 hours movies most of the time because skip ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಹಾಡುಗಳನ್ನ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸು ಫೈಟ್ಸ್ and everything. Okay, that's why OTT are booming. That's one of the reason. You can customize there. That is why. Okay, come to the class. Effective is okay, come to the class offline. Old school is always, this is old school exam. 25 is to 21. ನೋಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಹೇಳೋದು. See, look here now. If I say in a race of 100 meters, okay, if I have to say A beats B by 20 meters or A gives ahead of or else A gives ahead of 20 meters to B. This is one and the same concept because A and B started together here. When A reached 100 meters, B reached 80 meters. This is what this statement refers. A beats B by 20 meters. Hello sir. Similarly, what does this means? A gives ahead of 20 meters to B means A will be standing here and he will be asking B to stand where? 20 meters far here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. And they both will be completed the race in the same time. Okay, that's what it is. This one or this one, it's one and the same here. How much A will be covering here? 100 meters. B will be covering 80 meters. Same thing, 180. Understood, sir? Okay, now by the time A covers this much, in the same time B covers this much. In this whole concept, what is same? Time is same. Okay, this is the concept of time is same. Race anta helidre, isn't it? Yeah, now shall I erase this part? Understood the basic here? Barkotira? See, we can expect some from today's class itself. Okay, 3 to 5 questions, maybe 6 also. Okay, on average 3 in the 5 itgadi. That's a big thing. 5 questions means. And see, most of the time you are struggling where? The mistakes are happening in understanding the question. So that's why. Okay, you must have diverse reading habit to comprehend any literature. In the GS1 also, see whatever the mistakes you are doing in this paper, GS1 also same thing will happen. Okay, same things will happen there also. You will misread the question, you will overread the question, you will leave the data itself. Okay, pages skip ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಕೆಲವು ಸರಿ question ಇರಲಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ. But in the GS what happens is you will be having time for second reading, third reading. Okay, you can rectify some of the mistakes. But in the CSAT the time you won't get that much because you have to solve each and every question here. Okay na sir? See, in a 500 meter race, B starts 45 meters ahead of A. So this is a 500 meter race. Or else, can I say A beats B by 45 meters? See, B starts 45 meter ahead. B ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಂತಿರ್ತಾನಾ ಯಾರಿಗಿಂತ A. So who wins the race? A wins the race actually here. Okay, by how many meters? 45 meters. 45 alva. 45 meters. Meaning, if A runs 500 meters, B runs how much? 45 meters less. 45 meters less means this has to be 455 meters. in a 500 meter race. Okay, na sir? This is what called beating by 45 meters or ahead by 45 meters. But A wins the race while B is still 35 meters behind. Meaning, see, A gives B a heads of how much? 45 meters. ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ B. But still, A completes 500 meters. But B is how much short here? Yeah, he is how much short? 35 meters short. So this is 45 meters. From this side, if it is 35 meters, in this 500 meter race means actually B is running how much? Yeah, 80 meters less. Illi 45 meters less at the starting, 35 meters less at the ending. So totally he has run 80 meters less means totally he has run only 420 meters. Okay. So what is the ratio of speed of A and B? So by the time A reaches here, in the same time B reaches here, right? So concept is what? Time is same. When the time is same, speed and distance are, yeah, this is the distance ratio. Okay, if I take the same ratio, will be the speed ratio also. Here, yeah, 25 is to 21. Okay, see, there are few more questions left. I'll share those questions with you. Try to solve those questions also, circular questions. Okay, if you have any doubt, we'll discuss those doubts in the next class. Okay, so 3 hours will be sufficient. If I drag, it will be boring again, I guess. Okay, so next to Yanmarana topic, next week. Profit and loss. ನೀವು ಇವತ್ತು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾ ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ see that's a concept percentage what we have dealt in the percentage concept we have done basic questions of percentage isn't it inverse relation also we discussed there and also recurring also which is called compound interest ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು successive okay successive discounts isn't it discounts profit to loss okay SI CI installments everything is completed regarding percentage. So next we will be taking average and ratio mostly. Okay. Afterwards we will be taking on permutation, combination, probability. Thereafter mensuration and then number system. Number system and RC will keep it at the end. Okay. Okay, guys, come with the revision. Okay. Thank you. See you in the next week. Thank you.